what I owe in the hospital that I went to because I was having those thoughts. This is just to stay in a room for 2 days. It's expensive being mentally unwell. People wonder why we don't seek help. Yep, welcome to the US healthcare system. If you aren't feeling well, we're gonna just put you back a step afterwards because we're gonna give you the bill and stuff. Also, who's the dingbat that misspelled the word amount? Hello everybody and welcome back to another video for the day. We're going back into r/iamatotalPOS because the world kinda sucks and maybe Thanos' whole restart the universe thing wasn't a bad idea. If you guys would love to be absolutely amazing, show your support and see another video like this one in the near future, be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment down below, I don't know, just say the word Lego, and if you have not already, subscribe and turn on notifications. Yeah, okay, let's get into this. Alberta man wearing a virus mask resembling, I'm pretty certain I can't say all three of the K's, hood will not be charged. RCMP, I have no idea what that means. If there's one type of human being that I hate the most, it's the ones that actively go out of their way because they know that something is going to piss somebody off and then they actively try to start stuff. One of the reasons I absolutely dislike the people that think that the whole virus is fake, the anti-masker stuff, those type of people. Like, even the stuff that a toddler would think, maybe this isn't a good idea. Police hunt owner of the dog that savaged Freddy the Seal. Heartbroken animal lovers mourn deaths as experts warn attacks from unleashed pets are on the rise during lockdown. Look, people need to realize just because there's not as many people out in public does not mean you have the perfect fine right to let your dog off the leash, especially if it's a dog you can't control and if they see something they're going to want, they're going to run after regardless of what you say. And unfortunately, a lot of people aren't willing to point the finger at themselves and take responsibility for their mess up. It's always somebody else's fault. Something else caused it. Definitely not your dumb actions. Just do as I do and show these folks how stupid these virus idiots are by wearing mesh over your face. Totally breathable. 99.99999 ineffective at preventing communicable diseases. Yeah, remember the thing I said about people actively going out of their way to start stuff? You could have just as easily not done this. And even while I'm working, I do come across a lot of people that don't really seem to have the mental capacity to pull the mask over their nose because it doesn't quite register to them that they also breathe out of their mouth and nose, meanwhile sometimes at the same time, but I can try to ask, but the hamster inside has been on vacation since 2016. How old were you when you got your first tattoo? I want to get one. Trigger warning. I got a semicolon a few years ago supporting my bullied, self-cutting, having those thoughts daughter. We both loved it, and with terrific help, she's doing much better. It's your body, and if the art makes you happy and is safe, what the heck? When young ladies come into my high-end fashion store with ink and piercings, they do not get hired. Those tats will be with you the rest of your life and will possibly hurt you in the end. Do what you want, just saying. Okay, but riddle me this. Imagine if you did the interview, didn't even know what the person looked like aside from a bust shot of their head, and then when they walked in, you saw the tattoos and thought, oh, darn it, this person isn't the star employee I thought they were. Like, seriously, imagine thinking that this person is the absolute best employee and they would make the greatest employee, but the second they come in, you see a little semicolon on their arm and you think, oh, darn it, now you're not hired. Like, that just... Try to register how stupid that sounds. By the way, awesome dad, and thank you for supporting your child. This whole tattoo thing is just absolutely stupid, and it's been going on for years, and I never understood why it's such an issue. Because imagine getting hired, and then 6 months down the road, you take your shirt off to see that you have a tattoo on your arm. Is that the grounds for you to be fired? Grocery store throws out $35,000 worth of food that a woman coughed on in a twisted prank. Honestly, this kind of stuff should be the equivalent of the whole break it, you buy it policy. And let me guess, this was all probably for some of that YouTube clout, wasn't it? It was either YouTube or TikTok, one of those media platforms. She's trying to look for her 15 seconds of fame, and unfortunately, she got it. And that just reinforces my more so hatred towards people who do those "it's a prank bro" videos. Just bottom line, it's not a prank if you're putting other people at risk. I don't believe it actually happens. All the bodies are seen in the store, and on the ground, we're not bleeding. It was staged. The whole thing was staged, like the Capitol. They like the adventure event in Atlanta. None of it's real. People, wake up. They are trying to take your pew rights away. It was all staged. Ah, cool, you're breaking out the tinfoil hat, you dingus. Here's the thing, I actually had to see a friend mark themselves safe in Boulder, Colorado a couple of days ago. They saw the cop cars heading to that specific grocery store because they live about 2 miles away from it. So if you want to take out your little tinfoil hat every time something bad happens in the world, then you go right ahead and do it. But just remember this, nobody is ever going to take you seriously. And you're just acting like the boy who cried wolf. And if the first thing you honestly think is that they're going to come for your equipment more so than the people that lost their lives that day, that really says something for your character, dude. Police. Man arrested after taking a 2-year-old daughter into the zoo elephant habitat. A father has been arrested on suspicion of child endangerment after he carried his 2-year-old daughter into the elephant habitat at the San Diego Zoo to take a photograph with the animals. Yeah, it's not like there's a big fence or anything. Honestly, the more I see this, the more I kind of start to realize that those gates in the zoo between the habitats and the people aren't more so for the animals coming out, but they're more so from keeping dummies from getting in. And honestly, it really is a shame that some people can't get past the whole "that sign can't stop me because I can't read" level of logic. South Carolina man smacks infant across the face for crying during a movie theater. Look, I do not like infants or children in movie theaters whatsoever, but this is definitely never the right way to handle things. The one thing that confused me the most is, like, out of all of the reactions, why'd you have to go after the infant and not talk to the parents? Definitely, if you have a child and you absolutely want to go see a movie, try to get a babysitter beforehand. Phone scammers. Give me £1,000 to stop calling you. Honestly, I've lost count of the amount of times I've gotten those robocalls asking about my car's extended warranty, which was honestly at one point funny because they even did it while I had my 68 Mustang. So yeah, I knew that was fake right off the bat. But yeah, even after you give them the money, it's very unlikely they are going to stop. So apparently you are supposed to hang virus vaccine cards as a pass to travel at events, etc. 1, if this is actually true, that's BS. 2, who's making fakes? I have a blank already. Make some copies. I'll take a copy. I need 2. I'll take one also. I had a bad feeling stuff like this would start happening. And hopefully the actual cards are super hard to replicate. Like, give it some kind of barcode or serial number that only the original card has and that you can't duplicate. If anything, I think one of the first times I went to go buy liquor after turning 21, I actually had to give the person my driver's license, and then they scanned the barcode that's on the back of that, and I think that would be a good idea for them to be able to have, make it really hard to actually duplicate and falsify these cards. Sainsbury worker 33 was caught by customers using his phone to film up schoolgirls' dresses before police found 388 upskirt snaps and images from spy camera in the staff lady's loos on his computer. What the crap? Honestly, I kind of think after this, not only should you go to jail, very obviously, you should not be allowed to have anything that has a camera on it or internet connection, or, just send them back to the Bronze Age level of not allowed to have tech. Blacklisted from using anything that has more technology than a fishing rod. This is absolutely messed up. To top 10 nail, which I'm going to guess is some kind of nail salon. To all Asian, hey you nasty, ugly, smelly, disgusting, pancake face, stir-fry, cockroach eating, dog cat eaters, dope nail cleaners, raw monkey brain eaters, go home. Get the F out. Go back to your nasty S country. You don't belong here. No one wants you here. You can't drive because you can't see with those bitty little rat eyes. Post this in your shop so all of your workers and customers can see it. Most of your customers feel this way. They just have to pretend to like you. But no one can stand how ugly, smelly, and disgusting you are. Get the F out of US. If you really want to try to weed them out, you can also point out the fact that this person didn't have the balls to put a return address, nor actually come to say it to your face. Honestly, this kind of stuff is just the most stupid of the stupid. Because on the inside, we're all just still flesh and bone. When it comes all down to it, we're just human. There's nothing on the inside that is different whatsoever between me and anybody else. And that's honestly why I think stuff like this is just the most stupid thing that you could ever see. 1 star. Stop requiring people to wear masks. It's stupid. Air is not dangerous. All you're doing is announcing to the world you're stupid and can't think for yourself. It's almost as if there's something going on that can actually float through the air and enter your respiratory system. Asians own all of the nail salons and are the most scared little mice zombies when it comes to the invisible flying spaghettini monster. Make sure you leave terrible reviews for all these mask-mandated locations. Please and thanks. This is getting ridiculous. You know, as soon as I started working retail, I thought of this lovely $1 million idea, which is basically a reverse Yelp, where businesses get to leave reviews about the customers. Because obviously this person isn't anything special whatsoever. And obviously anybody that leaves a review for a place without actually having gone to that place shouldn't actually have the credibility to leave that review. Like, there should be some kind of check-in thing that you need to do where your GPS actually registers you being in that store. Plus, also that first sentence, Asians owns all the nail salons, like, you do realize that nobody is stopping you from opening up your own nail salon, right? Except maybe your own little pissy mindset that says, I want to complain about stuff without actually acting on anything. Like, if you open your own business, there's nobody that can walk in and say, you can't open this business because of your nationality. Like, that's how stupid it sounds when somebody says, blank own all of X. And with that, that is going to have to be it with the video. If you guys would love to be absolutely amazing, show your support, and see another video like this one in the near future, be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment down below, and if you have not already, subscribe and turn on the notifications. I'll be sure to see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching, and bye-bye.